St George's is an old traditional school in terms of a Church of England school. In 2008 we suffered from a satisfactory Ofsted. We had a satisfactory denominational report. We had the challenge of national challenge and also other challenges of falling school rolls and the fact that we were moving from a very old build to a really new build. We had to start creating this vibrant, innovative, challenging learning environment where all our students would achieve their full potential in a family and Christian working environment. ICT, I feel, is part of the vision in terms of the vehicle to enable that vision to come to reality. We all know that ICT isn't the answer for everything. However, it's absolutely fundamental to move our children, our young people forward into the 21st century, to enable them to have their skills, the knowledge, to enable them to become the best that they can be. We have a saying, nothing but our best will do. ICT enables that to happen.
The key features of the new service are ICT on demand for students and for teachers whenever they need it.
We have access whenever we need it, whenever we want it, and we can rely on it working.
Northgate are essential. The developments that we've had, £1 million worth of equipment in this building, there's no way that I as an ICT lead could control and look after £1 million worth of equipment without employing numerous number of staff with different expertises. We've been able to hand that over really to Northgate.
The whole relationship has been about being partners and working together and having the same vision. And the same vision is simple. We want the best for the students at the school and the best technology that help them to progress through life from their time at school and as they move on gaining the skills. It takes a lot of the hassle and stress out of school leadership because you know one important aspect, which is the ICT and the technology and the setup, is being dealt with for you. And it works very, very efficiently.
One of the things that we worked very hard with each other was this honest and transparent approach, and then we communicated that with our members of staff. Teachers are a breed where if they don't know what's going on, they begin to panic. They need to know what is happening. So on a daily basis, if it is needed, we would tell them something either about Kears or Northgate or about the new build. When it came to the ICT, there were meetings, yes, but there was an open door policy. And that was very important. And if we didn't have the answer with us, we always had somebody else that we could contact, and then we could then relay that message. So a key was always going to be this honest, open communication.
The managed service means that we now don't have to waste lots of class time trying to track people down, trying to find out how a problem can be solved, because it's all done for us. We can literally take a few seconds to log a call and it's dealt with as efficiently as it possibly can be. So we get a lot more time to spend with the students, working with them, rather than trying to resolve all these issues that have gone on in the past.
There's been a big change between the old building and here in the way in which we use ICT, which has been wonderful because it's allowed us to use the media much more within our teaching. And part of the GCSE spec is looking at media, so that's really useful because we're able to get lots of different clips up and use them in a variety of ways.
We can have a range of activities going on at once. So before there'd be a PowerPoint on the board, which every student would be watching. Now there might be students who are working on a PowerPoint, others might be writing a document in Word, others may be researching on the internet. So it means that we can have much more sort of diversity in the topics and the activities that go on within a classroom.
If I have a query with a parent, I can, with my laptop, log on to that student's information wherever I am with my laptop. The students can similarly access anything that I've put onto the network anywhere within the school. And you forget how restrictive that was before you had those facilities.
The English coursework was due in. We highlighted a problem that many of the students were behind in their coursework. We were able to set aside 150 students who all access their work all at the same time within the English area, all enabling them to finish their coursework in one day. We would have never had that facility before because teachers had to share equipment between lessons, but also even if they had 150 devices, they wouldn't be able to access the network in one place all at the same time.
You learn so much more.
You can get more information so you can do research for the lesson that you're doing.
It benefits you later on in life.
Because I can log in anytime, anywhere.
It feels more like a college rather than a school now, and
it's more fun.
It makes the students and teachers interact a lot better.
Classes are more interesting.
I look forward to coming to school.
Teachers will talk about how they've developed as individuals in the classroom because every day they are using ICT equipment, whereas before they may use ICT, you know, some of them maybe once or twice a month. Now they're using it every day, so their skills have developed. And that skill set has meant that teaching and learning in the classroom has improved.
We plan effectively to deliver effective lessons. We use ICT now to look at exam results and to find gaps in their knowledge, and then to use the information that we have at our fingertips to fill those gaps.
Students seem much more positive about completing their work. They seem much more engaged by having a variety of activities going on within the classroom, and that engagement will ultimately help them not only achieve in the short term on lesson-by-lesson basis, but also as they go on through their years and they reach their exams. By being engaged, they will learn more, and ultimately with their results will improve.
We now have a managed print service. We have shown in the last year a massive saving, I would say 50% saving in ink cartridges and paper alone, which for a school of this size is a massive amount of money.
Our success by moving in from an old to a new build and how we've been able to maintain that has been all through relationships.
I think right from the start we were determined to make a good relationship with Northgate. Any new technologies we are willing to try. That's how we're going to gain from this, by being the first school to do all these things.
You look at the results of this school. Currently now, in the last academic year, we were in one of the top 100 performing schools in the country, or most improved schools in the country. ICT and the Northgate Managed Service have played a massive part in that. Whether we'd have done it without the ICT facilities we have today, I question whether it would have moved the teaching and learning and outcomes on as well as it has now.
When we talk about St George's in the future, we talk about children's lives. And that's what we have to always, always, always hold on to. Are we doing the very best for our children? And if the answer is no, then we have to change it. So the future has got to be our children and always doing the very best for them.